Good morning, everyone. Let's start this morning with gold. It hit an all-time high last week, and then there was a very expected and predictable reaction. Greg, gold hit an all-time high. Should I sell? Well, it kind of hit an all-time high. First, it's not an all-time high versus inflation. It's not at an all-time high versus money supply. It's not an all-time high versus the gold-oil ratio. There are lots of ways to measure the price of gold, and I promise you, it's not even close to an all-time high if you look at it against all these other ratios and measures. Walt and I watch this stuff very closely. We understand there will come a point with gold where it just goes straight up. When gold is going straight up without corrections and it is going up against these other ratios without corrections, then we've got to start getting out. I would say this, we are probably at the start of phase 2 of a gold bull market. Phase 1, you build a base. It kind of moves up, it's nice, it's steady, it does okay. Phase 2 is 2 steps forward, 1 knee-jerking correction down. 2 forward, 1 back. 2 forward, 1 back. Those 1 backs happen so abruptly, it scares people out. That's what keeps the bull market going. It's at the end when you get euphoria, mania, everybody's talking about it. That's your danger zone. We're not even close to that yet. So hang in there with gold, but be prepared. You're going to have some knee buckling corrections. Okay, that's normal. All right, moving on. The other emails, calls I got had to do with last week's video, where we said, look, we've got all this passive investing. Money comes out of people's 401k plans, goes straight or out of their paychecks to the 401k plans to Wall Street. Well, Greg, can't that just go on forever? I mean, won't Wall Street just keep making money? All right, so what would reverse this? Well, it actually doesn't have to reverse. It just has to slow down in order for the market to begin to roll over. It's about flows. So what would cause 401k flows to taper off or maybe reverse? Couple of things. First, boomers retire. Well, we're starting to see that now, especially when the stock market hit an all-time high. The boomers have said, hey, now's my chance to get out. I've got a big enough nest egg. I retire. All right, they're no longer contributing to their 401ks. Number 2, you could have people stop contributing as much to their 401ks because they need the money. So how would that go? Well, number 1, you would have people dip into savings first if they're in trouble. We've already seen that, check. Number 2, people run up the credit cards because they need money. We've seen that, all-time high on credit card balances, check. Number 3, they start borrowing or pulling from their 401k plans. We haven't seen that yet, but you should be watching for that. And the number 3 thing that you would see that would or at least slow down flows to 401ks, layoffs. People losing their jobs. Well, if you lose your job, especially if you lose a full-time job, you're not sending money to your 401k, and we are clearly seeing that. So what's coming here? Our belief here is that the stock market is far more likely to roll over than, say, the gold and the commodities market. And it's for all of these reasons we've just outlined. So with that, I will turn it over to Walt. Happy Monday.